Baghdad, a city where history breathes through every broken wall and every forgotten street. Inside this old library, silence wasn't empty. It was full of memories waiting to be heard. Amira, a young librarian who believed that every book carried a soul. She had spent years here, yet she had no idea that today her life would change forever. It began with a sound, a small wooden creak, as if the past itself was calling her. Amira felt a strange pull, as if something hidden for centuries wanted to be found. Her fingers touched something, leather, old, rough, and full of stories. It wasn't just a book. It was a voice from the golden age of Baghdad. Amira opened the first page, and the air around her felt different. One sentence stood clear, untouched by time itself. Knowledge survives, even when empires fall. In that moment, she knew this was no ordinary journal. It belonged to someone who lived during the Golden Age, a time when Baghdad was the heart of the world, the house of wisdom, Beit al-Hikmah, where the greatest minds gathered, translated, and preserved the world's knowledge. And now, a forgotten piece of that world was resting in her hands. Amira turned the page carefully, unaware that it held a story, longing to be heard again. It began with a name, written boldly, as if the writer wanted it to echo across centuries, but the name wasn't familiar, not to her and not to history. Whoever wrote this was a witness to the rise of Baghdad's greatest era. Baghdad, the jewel of the world, where knowledge flowed like rivers. When dawn finally broke, the young librarian stepped out, carrying the last surviving manuscript, a book that chose him, not the other way around. He knew this wasn't just a book. It carried the memory of a civilization, the prayers, the wisdom, the failures, the victories, everything Baghdad once stood for. But the real miracle was not the survival of the book. The miracle was his survival, because some stories don't choose the strongest person. They choose the last person who refuses to give up. And so, the librarian who once feared being forgotten became the one who preserved memory for the world. Sometimes Allah writes your destiny in silence, but reveals its purpose only after the fire. Maybe you and we are also carrying books in our hearts, stories only we can protect, lessons only we can pass on, and destinies only we are meant to fulfill, because nothing is lost when Allah chooses to preserve it through you.